Hello friends, welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, and today we are going to do a full game demo of classic Statis Pro Baseball. And I'm excited to bring it to you as a new feature on my channel. I'm doing a replay of the 1983 Milwaukee Brewers season. I am up to April 9th, 1983. The Brewers have finished their opening series in Anaheim, where they went 1-2, again 3 games against the Angels, in sort of a rematch of the 1982 American League Championship Series. And now they travel to Kansas City, and a place where they didn't do so well over this period of years. The carpet gave them trouble. But we'll see how things go in Kansas City in our simulation. The opposing pitchers today are a pair of left-handers, Bob McClure for the Milwaukee Brewers, starting in Game 4 of the 1983 season, and Larry Gura for the Kansas City Royals. So let's get to the starting lineups, and we'll walk through our full game demo of the classic Statis Pro Baseball. Good stuff on my channel. Thanks for joining me. All right, the batting orders in today's game go like this. For the visiting Milwaukee Brewers, Paul Molitor will lead off at third. Robin Yount bats second at shortstop. Cecil Cooper bats third at first base. Ted Simmons is behind the plate, and he'll bat fourth. Gorman Thomas bats fifth. He'll play center field. Ben Oglivie bats sixth. He'll be in left. Don Money bats seventh, he'll be the DH. Charlie Moore bats eighth, he'll be in right field. And Jim Gantner will bat ninth. He'll be playing second base. There's Larry Gura's card. For the homestanding, and here's Bob McClure's card. For the homestanding Kansas City Royals, Willie Wilson leads off in left field. UL Washington bats second at shortstop. George Brett will bat third at third base. Amos Otis bats fourth in center field. Hal McRae bats fifth, he's the DH. Frank White bats sixth, he'll play second base. Willie Aikens bats seventh, he'll play first base against the left-hander McClure. Jerry Martin will bat eighth, he'll play right field. And John Wathen will bat ninth and do the catching. Okay, so the key numbers we're looking at here. Gura's control is from 2 to 6. So when we roll the D6s, if I don't roll a 1 or a 6 with the red die, the key is if these are between 2 and 6 total, then we look at Gura's card for the outcome. If it's between 7 and 12, we look to the batter's card. These are our random numbers. These are D8 dice, so you need 2 of these if you're going to do Statis Pro dice version, as we are going to do today. We're going to read the red die first as the tens digit and the white die as the ones digit, so we go from 11 to 88 on probability with these dice. I'm going to roll all 5 dice together. Molitor steps in the batter's box. I'm going to slide this over here so we can get a little bit further over. Okay, that's good. And the pitch from Gura goes like this. All right, we got a 3. That's between 2 and 6. It's a 6, so we're going to look on Gura's card. We add these together. That's a 27. And Gura walks Molitor to start the ball game. One more time. I did not roll a 1 or a 6 with my red die. So since we're between 2 and 5 with this, we know we're going to stay on the cards and not go to the charts. This is a 6. We look at Gura's probability number. I forget what this is called, but PB, this is his control number. It's a 6, so it's on his card. 27 falls within this range, and so Molitor draws a walk. Now, we're going to look at sending Mr. Molitor on a stolen base excursion. So, we're going to pull out our stolen base charts. We're going first to second base. We're going to use a random number. We refer to the chart using the SP rating of the men involved. And that's pretty much all you got to know. So here we go. The SP number for Molitor is an A. Yount is going to take the first pitch, and we'll call that a strike. And here goes Molly. And any runner rated SP A or B steals. That's Molitor. And he steals second base. Just that easy. Just that easy. Yount is at the bat. And we roll our 5 dice. All right. Now we have a 3 with an 8. So that's not within Gura's range. And so we look at Yount's card. We have a 76. That falls within his out range. And so now we're going to re-roll our 2 random numbers and get a 13. Now Yount is an RN. As an RN, he's a nurse, of course. This is a line out to the pitcher with the runner on second. Molitor holds, and so it's an L1. 1 out in the first. Here's Cooper. Gura's pitch to him is a 6. Okay, so now we have a chance for something different happening. A 6 is where, and then we look at these dice with an 8. So with this, we have a 6. 2 through 8 is a CD chart play. So we have to get out our compact discs. No, that's not right. All right, we get out our CD chart. Clutch defense chart. Clutch defense is determined with this. Now we look here, we have Cooper as an LP, so this is our column. And we'll see which defender is involved. LP, Cooper, 48. So the clutch defense defender involved is the left fielder of the Royals, and that happens to be Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson's clutch defense is blank. So we don't do anything with that. And I gotta tell you this, I'll show you what the chart looks like for clutch defense. And for clutch defense, it's not 0, it's blank. And so I don't know what to do with that. And maybe someone that does know can tell me in the comments, but this is not a 0 because there are players with a 0. It's just Willie Wilson's clutch defense is blank. So the way I've been treating that is to restart, to re-roll the whole at bat. And I don't know if that's right or not, but I can't think of what else to do. All right, so now 6, we have the same thing, except now with this, we have a 6 and a 9. And that takes us to the BD chart. The BD chart is clutch batting. Now, Cooper's clutch batting rating is a 1. Our random number is a 14. So we're going to look at our clutch batting. He's a 1. We know that because we look right here. Now we rolled a 14 for a random number, and Cecil Cooper doubles to right center, and it scores all of the runners. Well, that's good news for Mr. Molitor. He comes home, and it's 1-0 Brewers. Simmons comes to the plate now. Ted Simmons, freshly minted Hall of Famer. Gura the stretch, and the delivery to Simmons is a 2-4, so that's within Gura's range. If we need a random number, I saw an 18. That's a single to center. Any single off of Gura, off the pitcher card, is a 2-base advancement for the runners. Simmons drives home Cooper. It's 2-0 Brewers. Now it's Thomas. 1 out in the first. A 4 and a 4 puts us on Gura's card. A 61 is in the out range. So we need a random number. A 38. Thomas is an RP. A 38 for an RP is in the G5A zone. We have a runner at first. So Brett is going to make the play to Willie Aikens. The 1-2 tells us that Simmons is going to go to second. So Thomas grounds out Brett to Aikens, and Simmons goes from first, 1, to second, 2, and he's safe there with 2 outs. Now it's Ogilvy. Benji at the plate against Gura. And we have a 5-5, so that's going to be on Gura's card. A 38 is in Larry's out range. And we roll our random dice. 32. Benji is an LP. And a 32 for an LP is a G4. Even if there's a man on second, as there is right now, it's grounded to Frank White. He's going to make the play to Aikens, and that will retire the Brewers in inning number 1. 2-run score on 2 hits, so the Brewers have a nice start to their game with a couple of runs in the top of the first. Now it's Bob McClure, who's going to face the vaunted speed of the Kansas City offense. It's Wilson, Washington, and Brett in the first. And the delivery from McClure is a 3-6. He's got the same control numbers. So this will be on McClure's card. We look at an 18, and it's a base hit to right field. Wilson's on, and you can bet we're going to send him. He is an A stealer. So UL Washington will take the first pitch. We roll a 74. Runner can't get jump. He holds his base, so Wilson can't get a lead. So McClure is going to go after UL. Toothpick and all. The pitch is a 9. So we've got a 4-9, which is outside of McClure's range. So we look at the 87 on the batter's card. Now we do have a lefty-righty matchup here. So we have a left-handed pitcher on the mound. We have a right-handed batter because Washington was a switch hitter. And that's a base hit with a 2-base advance for UL. So that will send Willie Wilson to third base. And there's Royals at the corners. Now, UL also has A speed. This is part of what used to drive me nuts as a Brewer fan because the Brewers couldn't control the Royals' speed. Okay, so UL is at the plate, is on base, sorry, he's at first. Brett is at the plate. I'm sending UL to try and steal second. Here is our stolen base chart for second base, and it's an 11. Any rated runner steals, so UL gets in there ahead of the throw. Second and third for the Royals now. McClure is in a first inning mess, and he's facing the best hitter in the game, George Brett. The pitch is a 3-8, so that's outside McClure's range. So we take the 47, and we look at Brett's card. It's on his out chart. The Brewer defense is playing back, so we need a new random number. It's a 42. Brett's card is an LP. So we take the 42. It's a G4A. Now we have to look at the column where there are second and third with the runners back. So this is a ground out to Jim Gantner. The third runner on third goes home. The runner on second goes to third. So the runners advance a base. Brett grounds out, and it's 2-1 Brewers now. With the tying run just 90 feet away, we'll give Brett an RBI on that. And now it's Amos Otis. McClure to Otis is a 10, so that's outside McClure's range. We look at the 43, And he strikes out Otis. The broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. 2 down in the first. McClure up. McClure delivers again outside his range. It's a 9. So we're going to look at McClure's card. It's an 82 on the out chart, so we know we need a random number for the out chart. 74, McClure is an RN. So we look at the RN column, and we have a fly ball to Gorman Thomas in center field. He's going to take it for out number 3, so it could have been worse. The Royals get a run on 2 hits thanks to their speed. And after 1 complete, it's 2-1 Brewers. Larry Gura's back out for inning number 2. And he will be facing the bottom third of the Brewers order, Money, Moore, and Gantner. A 4-3 is in Gura's range. A 37 is in his out bracket. So we're going to re-roll. Our random number will be a 31. And that's Money is an RN, a registered nurse. So a 31 is a line drive that Frank White snares. And there's 1 down in the second. Now it's right fielder Charlie Moore. Brewers trying to defend their 1982 American League pennant. 5-8 is in Moore's range. Outside the 8 is outside Gura. So the 45 goes on Moore's card, and that's in Charlie's out range. He's an RN, as we see in the bottom right corner of the card. We look at the 23 for an RN, and it's a ground ball to Frank White. Frank's up with it and throws to Willie Aikens for out number 2. Jim Gantner coming to the plate. A 4-9 is outside of Gura's range. The 71 goes to Gantner's card. That's going to be an out number, so we roll for our random number, and that's a 23. Gantner is an LN. And a 23 is a ground ball to first base. Willie Aikens is going to take it himself, and that will retire the Brewers in 1-2-3 fashion in inning number 2. So as we go to the bottom of the second, the Brewers lead 2-1. Now, something I need to show you is how you keep track of your pitchers here. We have a SR, our starter rating is 17 for Gura. We have to keep track of how he's doing. So we have base runners, 1, 2, 3. We have runs scored, 4, 5. So he's got 5 on his way to 17. Now what's the consequence for that? Well, once you get to 17, you don't use the pitcher's card anymore. You just use the batter's card. So you got to get that pitcher out of there when he hits that number, or even before. For McClure, 2 hits and a run, so that's a total of 3. And we keep track of that next to his spot on the scorecard. All right, so it's White, Aikens, and Martin coming up in the Royals' second inning. McClure winds and deals to Frank White. That's a 5-6, so that's within McClure's range. It's a 74, which is in his out range. We need a random number. And we get a 54. White is an RN, and we're looking at a 54. And that's ground ball to shortstop. Robin Yount handles that one and fires to Cecil Cooper for out number 1 in the second. Willie Aikens up now. We got a lefty-lefty matchup. McClure winds and deals to the Royals' first baseman. Is a 10. So that's going to be on Aikens' card. We rolled a 33 And that's to right and deep. Back goes Charlie Moore. And it's out of here. We got a 2-2 game. Ballet time. One out in the second. Aikens hits a home run to tie this game up at 2. Jerry Martin. 6-2. Now there's no one on base, so we don't have to worry about the 6. This 6. This 6 falls in McClure's range. We have an 87. Now Martin is a right-handed batter. And so the 87 will give Martin a base hit. And if we had base runners, they'd go 2 bases. But we don't. So it's just a single for Jerry Martin. Now John Wathen, not Don Slott. Slott is on the team, but he's not playing today. McClure the stretch. Now we got to check off our numbers here. We got 1, 2, 3 more for McClure. His rating is a 17 as well. The pitch is a 6. We do have a base runner on. No, I'm sorry. We have a 3. And that'll be on Wathen's card. We have a 68 that'll fall in his out range. And we have a 32. Wathen is an RN. And we're looking at 32. That is a G5 with a runner at first. Molitor goes to Gantner for 1. And the relay to Cooper is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 5-4-3 double play turned by Milwaukee that gets McClure out of the second inning. But the Royals get a run on Aikens' home run. After 2, we're tied at 2. We got a ballet game going on. 2-2, 2-2-2. Top of the order for the Brewers coming up in the third. It's Molitor, Yount, and Cooper against Gura. Molitor walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. We have a 7, so that's outside of Gura's range. We have an 81, so that's going to be an out number for Molitor. 57 on an RN. 57 is a line drive caught by UL Washington. And so there's 1 down in the third. Robin Yount coming up. Gura kicks and deals to the reigning MVP. This will be on Gura's card. It's a 3. A 25 is a base on balls. So Yount gets to first. Robin, for whatever reason, didn't steal many bases in 83, so he's going to hold it first. Gura, the stretch, and the delivery to Cooper. A 3-8 will be on Cooper's card, and 11 will be a 1BF. That's an infield hit. So it's a 1-base advance for Yount. First and second now for Simmons. Gura's got more trouble coming. Needs a double play grounder. The pitch is a 4-6, so that's on Gura's card. It's a 61, which is in his out range. A 51 for Simmons. Now he's a switch hitter with an N. So against Gura, he'd be an RN with a 51. And that is hit to UL Washington. Now we have runners at first and second. Washington goes to White for 1. The relay to Aikens is not in time, so the runner on second is going to move to third, 2-3. And B-1, the batter goes to first, so it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. That retires Cooper. And Simmons beats the rap at first. Brewers at the corners now for Gorman Thomas. The pitch from Gura to Thomas is a 6-2. We have runners on base, so that's going to be a CD. Our CD number to check for an RP batter will be 76. RP is here. That's going to be to center field. And we'll see if Amos Otis has a clutch defense rating. He does not. So we're going to go and re-roll the whole thing because I don't know what else to do. The pitch is a 2-6. That'll be on Gura's card. A 37 is in his out range. The 6 on his card. 37 in his out range. And it's a 47 for an RP. A 47 for an RP is grounded to UL Washington at short. And UL is going to fire to Willie Aikens, and the Brewers get nothing out of all of that. We go to the bottom of the third, and we're still tied at 2. Now we got to update Gura's reductions here. Gura had, in this inning, 2 base runners. And I should be keeping track of that as we go along. But I'm talking so much, I'm losing track of that. So we add him at the end. He's got 7 on his way to 17. Willie Wilson will lead off the third against Bob McClure. And then UL Washington, then George Brett. McClure's delivery is an 8 to Wilson. So that will be on Wilson's card. We have an 11, so we have an infield hit for Willie. And you can bet I'm going to be sending him. So we pull our stolen base chart. He's an A, as we learned in the first inning. And we're sending him. 16, any runner rated A, B, or C steals. He is an A. So he steals second. Now it's UL. We got an 11 on a 3, which puts it on UL's card. He's a 36, and hey, struck him out on a bender. 2 strikeouts now, 1 gone for McClure, 1 gone in the third, and here comes Brett. Chance to take the lead with Willie Wilson in scoring position. A 3-10 will be on Brett's card. A 33 is trouble. It's to right field and deep. It's going to get over Charlie Moore's head and one-hop the wall. Scoring is Willie Wilson. Brett cruises into second with a run-scoring double. 3-2 Kansas City. In the bottom of the third. Now it's Otis. Roll our dice. We got a 2-7. That's on Otis's card. A 47 is a strikeout. And McClure picked a good time for that one. His 3rd strikeout of the game. Brett's still at second, but now with 2 outs, and McCrae is up. McClure sets and deals. That's a 5-8. That's on McCrae's card. A 33 is going to be more trouble. That's going to get over Gorman Thomas's head, and Brett will score easily from second. It's 4-2 Royals. Now we got to update McClure's reductions here. 1, 2, 3 hits, and 4, 5 with the runs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's up to 11. 2 outs, though. He might get out of this. White is at the bat. McCrae on second. 2-7 will put it on White's card. A 68 is an out result, and he is an RN. A 58 on the out number. Under an RN is a line drive at Robin Yount. He makes the play, and that will retire the Royals in inning number 3. So they get 2 runs on 3 hits. It's 4-2 Royals as we go to the 4th. All right, so top of the 4th will be Ogilvy. money and more against Gura. Pitch to Benji is a 4-4. That'll be on Gura's card. We have a 64. 64 is on the out number, so we have to look or draw a new random number. It's an LP, and that's a 71. And it's hit in the air to center. Amos Otis is there, and he takes it for out number 1 in the 4th. Don Money up now. Gura winds and deals. That's a 6. We don't worry about this if the bases are empty, so we just look at the 8. That'll be on Money's card. It's a 52. He's an RN, so we need an out number. Under the RN column, it's a 67. Here's our RN column. 67 is a hit in the air to left. Willie Wilson has plenty of room, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Charlie Moore. Charlie's 0 for 1. Gura's pitch to him is a 2-6, so that'll be on Gura's card. The 35 is in Gura's out range, so we draw a new random number. And we have a 42. Charlie is an RN. And the 42 is a line drive at George Brett, and he makes the play for out number 3. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4th for Gura. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with your score. Royals 4, Brewers 2. Bottom third of the Royals order coming up. In the 4th, it's Aikens, Martin, and Wathen. A 6, nobody's on, so we don't worry about it. It's a 10, so that's on Aikens' card. And this is hit to left, and it squirts down the line past Molitor into the corner. Benji's got to go get it. Aikens has a leadoff double. Now it's Martin. McClure the stretch, and the delivery to Jerry Martin is a 6. So now we have a base runner, so we do look at that. We have an 11, which is a BD chart play. So it's clutch batting when it's between 9 and 12. Jerry Martin's clutch batting rating is a 0. We rolled a 47. So we have a clutch batting. We have a 0. We rolled a 47. No action occurs. Return to normal play. So we roll again. And we have a 3-12. So that's outside McClure's range. We have a 71 on Martin's card. So that's going to be... We're going to need an out result for that, and it's a 25. Martin is an RP. 25 on the RP is a G4A with a runner at second. It's a grounder to Jim Gantner, and in parentheses we see 2-3. That tells us the runner moves from second to third base. So Martin does his job, hits it to Gantner, and they get it Aikens to third with less than 2 outs. And now it's up to Wathen to drive him in. Wathen hit into a double play in the 2nd. I'm going to move the Brewer infield in here. At the 4th, McClure's pitch to Wathen is a 9, so that's outside McClure's range. A 47 is in Wathen's out zone. So we get a random number. He's an RN, and we rolled a 37. So we have a 37 here. It's a G5A, but we have the infield in. And this is a single to left because the infield was in. And gets past Molitor. Single to left, 1B7, 3 home. So the runner on third does score. As the single gets past Molitor, he was playing in. And the Royals capitalize on that and score their 5th run. It's 5-2. So we have a hit for Aikens, a hit for Wathan, and a run scoring for Aikens. So we're up to 14, and that's going to get me to get the Brewer bullpen going. Now, in every game I play, every sim I do, I say your bullpen's got to get to work. So what that means is that the reliever has to be throwing for at least 2 batters to be loose. And I'm going to say Bob Gibson, not that Bob Gibson. This Bob Gibson is starting to throw in the bullpen. All right, so now it's Willie Wilson. That's a house rule on my part. That's not in the Status Pro rules, but that's something I do for every sim I use. All right, so Wilson is up. He's 2 for 2. He has scored 2 runs. He has stolen a base. The pitch is a 2. No, it's a 3, and that'll be in McClure's range. So 45 is what we need, and he walks Wilson. Good news for me is Wathan's on base ahead of him, so Willie can't go stealing his way around the base paths. Now it's UL Washington. McClure is taking in a lot of water at this point, so this may be his last hitter. Washington, the pitch to him is a 2-3, so that's in McClure's range. A 62 is in his out range. Maybe we can turn 2 on UL here. Not an easy task. 76 for an SN. So he's an RN against the left-handed McClure. It's hit in the air to center. With runners at first and second, they hold. So Gorman Thomas makes the catch. There are 2 outs now, and I'm going to leave McClure in because he's got a lefty-lefty matchup against George Brett. Maybe he can survive the inning. Amos Otis is on deck. The delivery to Brett, and I'm dropping dice left and right. The delivery to Brett is a 5-11. So it's not on McClure's card because it doesn't fall within the 2-6. So we have a 32 on Brett's card, and that's trouble. That's going to be extra bases for Brett. It's going to score Wathan easily, but now I'm going to try and send Wilson home as well. We're going to be way past 17 on McClure, so this will be his last batter. But first, let's see what happens to the base runners. We have a base runner advancement chart. So, we need to check Willie Wilson's speed because we're waving him with 2 outs. His speed is an A. His base running speed is an A. And the ball we know was hit to right field because it's a 32 and it says 2B9. So the arm involved is Charlie Moore. Charlie's arm is a TB, which means, of course, Charlie has tuberculosis. No, it doesn't. Here it is, T4. That's his outfield arm, T4. And we have an A runner. He's trying to score from home. So we have first to home on a double to any outfield. We have an OBR of A, that's Willie Wilson. T4 is 11 to 36. They're waving him. He will be safe if it's between 11 and 36. If it's between 37 and 88, the Brewers get him at the plate. So Charlie Moore fires to Gantner. Gantner turns and throws home to Ted Simmons. And they got him at the plate. That just warms your heart, doesn't it? So it's a 9-4-2 relay. They get Wilson. Brett gets an RBI for driving home Wathan. The Royals settle for 2 runs in the 4th on 3 hits. They leave 1. And McClure is up to 18. So that will be the end of the line. Oh, I'm sorry, 17. I think. Let's recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He's got 17 right now. All right, so I might pull him anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Top of the 5th coming, and the Royals lead 6-2. What did I tell you about the Brewers having trouble at Royals Stadium? Okay, so Gantner will lead off against Gura, and then Molitor will follow. And then Yount, 9-1-2 for the Brewers as they try and mount a comeback against sinker baller Larry Gura. The pitch is a 2-8, so that's on Gantner's card. A 78 puts it in the out range. A 51 for an LN. A 51 for an LN is a foul to Brett in foul territory, and he makes the catch for out number 1. 1 gone in the 5th. Now it's Molitor. Gura winds and delivers to the Brewer third baseman. We have a 5-8, so that's going to be on Molitor's card. We have a 41 to look at, and Molitor draws a walk. Well, that's a nice start to a rally. Here's Robin Yount. 1 out, 1 on for the crew. Gura, the stretch and the delivery is a 4-9, so that's on Yount's card. We have a 43, and he draws a walk. So we have 2 walks. We update Gura's total. He's up to 9 now. On his reductions. Got a long way to go to 17. Gura's going to try and get a double play ball out of Cooper here. The pitch is a 5, so that's on Gura's card. A 58 will be in the out range. We roll for our random number. It's a 68. He's an LP. And a 68 is a fly ball to center field. That's Amos Otis country, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. Out number 2. With runners at first and second. Let's see if anybody advances. No, they don't. They stay right there. All right, so 2 outs, Simmons up. Still a good chance to get a run home. Maybe 2. Gura the stretch and the delivery. That's a 5-5, so it's on Gura's card. It's a 16. That's a base hit to center. Drops in front of Otis. Around third comes Molitor. He will score because it's on the pitcher's card. 2 base advances, automatic. Yount goes to third, so there's Brewers at the corners. And it's 6-3 Royals. Now it's Thomas. Be nice if Gorman would hit one out of here. We got 2 more on Gura's reductions, so he's up to 11. Gorman's 0 for 2. The pitch from Gura is a 1-7, so it's on Gorman's card. It's a 68, so it's in the out range. Gorman is an RP, so that's a 16. And a 16 is hit on the ground to Willie Aikens at first. He's going to take it himself. And that will retire the Brewers in the 5th. We're halfway through, and we have a 6-3 Royals advantage. I am going to take advantage of this opportunity to remove Bob McClure from the ball game. And there you can see his batters faced. New pitcher will be Gibson. And I'll show you how it looks for a relief pitcher. You can't use a relief pitcher if they have a RR of 0, relief rating of 0. He's got 9, so he should be in good shape for a while. Gibson had, in real life, or as the kids like to say, IRL, Gibson had 7 starts and 20 relief appearances. So he's going to face Otis now. and then McClure, and then White, a trio of right-handers. So maybe he can get off to a good start in the fifth. 6-3 Royals. The pitch to Amos is a 7. Now he's got the same control numbers that McClure had, and that Gura has for that matter. So the 7 puts it on Otis's card. We have a 22, and that's a base hit to center for Amos. There was a day we would have been stealing with Amos, but 1983 was past that day, so McClure's up. Need a double play ball. The pitch to Hal is a 3-7, so it's on McClure's card. The 65 is in McClure's out range. We have an RN of, as our batter category, 37 is a G5A, so it's hit on the ground to Molitor. With a runner at first, that runner is going to go to second. 1-2, the runner will advance. And Molitor makes the play to Cooper at first with Otis going to second. 1 out in the fifth. Now it's White, who's 0 for 2. A 2-7 will be on White's card. It's an 83. That's in White's out zone. He's an RN. That's a 44 for an RN. Is hit on the ground to short. Got a runner at second. Yount's going to make the play, and Otis will hold. There are 2 outs now for Aikens. Now, Jerry Martin is the next batter. Aikens is 2 for 2. I'm going to walk Aikens intentionally. And I'm not going to count that as a deduction. And now it's Martin. 2 outs, 2 on for Jerry Martin, who's 1 for 2. Gibson's pitch is a 6-7. So we look at the CD rating. We got a clutch defense check. Martin is an RP. It's a 32, so it's to Molitor at third. So we're going to check Molitor's clutch defense rating. And Molitor has a 1. A clutch defense rating of a 1. All right, so we take out our clutch defense chart. Molitor is most definitely an infielder. He is a 1, so here's our column. And we're going to re-roll our random dice. And we get a 15. Line out to the fielder, lead runner doubled off base, double play. Well, there's 2 outs, so we don't have to worry about that. We have an L5 that retires the side in the Royals' 5th. All right, we go to the 6th. Gura is struggling right along, but he's got a 3-run lead to work with. And he'll face Ogilvy, Money, and Moore in the Brewers' 6th inning. Benji gets a 5-10, so it's going to be on his card. A 28 is trouble down the right field line, and Martin's got to go dig it out of the corner. Around first goes Ogilvy. He's got a leadoff double in the 6th, and it's a nice start for the crew. We add 1 to Gura's reduction number. He's up to 12 now. I'm watching that. It's almost time to get someone started, but not quite yet. Money up. Money is a 1-9. Okay, the 1 tells us we're going to make an error check, and I'll show you how that looks. We haven't done that yet. Maybe I've missed a 1 along the way, although I don't think I have. A 1-9 is on Money's card. A 23 is a strikeout. So we don't have an error check because Money strikes out. But if we did, I'll show you what that would look like. This is the error chart. So we start with an 11, and depending upon what the player's E rating is, it goes from an 11, let's say he's an E5, the error would be from an 11 to a 27. No error would be from 28 to 88. And then if there was an error, let's say it fell, let's say we rolled a 12 and it was between 11 and 27, that would be an error. And we'd roll, and then we'd roll again and say, okay, what kind of error was it? And look at the type of error on the chart. Very easy. Okay, now it's Charlie Moore. It's 6-3 Royals. We're in the top of the sixth. There's one out, and we're walking through Status Pro original version. The pitch to Moore from Gura is a 7, so it's on Charlie's card. A 34 is trouble. This is to right. It's going to get over the head of Jerry Martin and bounce off the wall. Scoring is Ogilvy at 6-4. 2 more for Gura gets him to 14, and that's going to get the Royals bullpen cooking. It's 6-4 Royals, and Gura is starting to run on fumes. So, starting in the bullpen, we're in the 6th inning. We're going to go with former Brewer Bill Castro starting to throw in the Royals bullpen. All right, so Gura facing Gantner, a lefty-lefty matchup. 3-2 is in Gura's range. A 43 is in his out range. Gantner's an LN. 13 for an LN is a line out to the pitcher. He does not advance the runner. And there's 2 down. Now it's Molitor. Gura's pitch to the Brewer third baseman is an 11. That's on Molitor's card. A 55, however, is in his out range. He's an RN. 73 for an RN. Here's our RN column. 73 is hit to center, but not deep. Amos Otis is going to make the play, and that's going to retire the Brewers in the 6th. They get a run on 2 hits. They close the gap, but they're still trailing by 2 at 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Now, Gibson will face Wathan and then the top with Wilson and Washington for the Royals. 9-1-2, 6-4 Royals. We're in the bottom of the 6th. That's a 3-11, so it's on the batter's card. A 37, however, is a strikeout, so Gibson blows away Wathan with the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas! And Willie Wilson comes to the plate. He's been on 3 times. 5-11 is on Wilson's card. A 61 is in Wilson's out range. He is against a right-handed pitcher, so that makes Wilson an LN. And his random number is a 56 for an LN. That's grounded to Yount. Robbins up with it and throws to Cooper for out number 2. Here's UL Washington. UL is 1 for 3. The pitch from Gibson is a 5, so that's in his range. A 27 is a walk, however, and so Washington gets down to first. Gibson has another deduction. He can go 9. He's only got 2 so far. And Brett is at the plate. Brett is 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies. The pitch is a 7. That'll be on Brett's card. But a 76 is in Brett's out range. He's an LP. A 38 for an LP is a ground out to second. That's Jim Gantner. And even with a runner at first, Gantner's going to go to Yount the short way and retire the side. So it's a 4-6 put out, and the Royals are done in the 6th. We go to the 7th. The Royals lead 6-4. The Brewers are in danger of falling to 1-3. Tough to start the season with a West Coast trip in 1983, but that's what they're doing. Yount, Cooper, and Simmons up in the 7th. Gura near the end. He's on 14. He gets 17. So Castro is ready in the bullpen. The pitch to Robin is a 4-11. So that's going to be on Robin's card. But a 56 is in his out range. Robin's an RN. A 42 for an RN is a line shot at Brett. And he makes the play for 1 out in the 7th. Now it's Cooper. 2 for 3 for Coop today. The pitch from Gura is a 4-9. That's on Cooper's card. I rolled a 43, and it's to center and deep. Back goes Otis. Warning track, wall, and gone. 6-5 Royals now. Brewers catching up, and that is going to give Gura 16. Simmons up. This may be his last batter. Would love to get one more out of him, but we'll see. Simmons 2 for 3. That's a 6, but there's nobody on, so we don't worry about that. It's on Gura's card. A 65 is in his out range. Simmons becomes an RN against the left-handed Gura. That's an 18 for the RN. And it's hit on the ground to Aikens. Aikens is going to flip to Gura covering, and that will retire the Brewer catcher. And here comes Gorman Thomas. And I think, do I pull him here or not? No, I'm going to let him go. One more batter. And the delivery is a error check. We have a 2, so that's in Gura's range. 6, the error check is from this, so we have a 1, and that means we're going to check an error. 63 is in the out range for Gura, so we roll a random number. Thomas is an RP. 46. 46 for the RP is a ground ball to UL Washington. So he's going to make the play if he passes the error check. UL Washington's error number is a 5. So we're going to look at our error chart, which is down at the bottom here. He's a 5, so that's exactly what I showed you before. His errors run from 11 to 27. It's a 33, so he makes the play, and Thomas is retired. The Brewers get one more run on the home run by Cooper and have crawled back to get to be in this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch them out at Kansas City, or was it Kauffman Stadium in 83? I don't think so. Royals Stadium, it's Royals 6, Brewers 5. Otis, McClure, and White coming up against Gibson in inning number 7. Because of where we are in the Brewers order, I have a new reliever going in the Royals bullpen, and he's going to take over in the 8th inning. Gura's gone about as far as I think we can ask him. It's Don Hood who's going to take over in the 8th. But now we have Otis, McClure, and White, 3 righties going against Gibson in the 7th. All right, we have a 3-7 here. That's going to be on Otis's card because it's outside of Gibson's 2-6 range. It's a 65. A 65 is in Otis's out range. So we roll a random number and we get a 55 for an RN batter. And that is hit on the ground to Robin Yount at short. He's going to fire to Cooper for out number 1. Now it's Hal McClure, who's 1 for 3 in the game. McClure, the delivery from Gibson is a 3-3, so that's on Gibson's card. And a 43 will be another walk from Gibson. 2 unintentional, 1 intentional, 1 out, 1 on for Gibson. And I'm going to get another pitcher up. Actually, I'm going to get 2 up in the Brewer bullpen, I think. Tom Tellman is going to start to throw, and he will be joined by, do I have a left-hander? Jamie Easterly, lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way I like it. White is 0 for 3. The pitch is a 6, so we have to check. That's going to be a clutch defense. No, it's not. That's going to be a clutch batting chart. White's clutch batting is a 0. We have a 33. And no action occurs on a 0 with a roll of a 33. No action occurs, return to normal play. So we're going to re-roll everything. We have a 3. Oh boy. We have a 10. That'll be on White's card. We have a 22, and that's a base hit to right. Now we'll see how adventurous we want to get with Hal McClure. He has a chance to go to third. His base running is a B. Charlie Moore is a 4, I believe we checked before. He is a T4. And so we'll see what that looks like for McClure to get to third. First to third on a single to right. 11 to 62. McCrae's going to try it. 11 to 62. 63 to 88. And Charlie Moore guns him down. And no, McCrae's going to get there. And the batter is going to take second if his range is an A or a B, and he took it. So second and third. Aikens with first base open. Well, that sort of screams walk me, and so I'm going to. The bases are loaded for Jerry Martin. Now the infield comes in again. And I'm going to pull Gibson at this point and go to Tellman. So Tom Tellman is on. He has a rating of 2 through 8. He was kind of a sidearmer type guy, sinker baller. He has a relief rating of 8. He's facing Martin. We got a righty-righty matchup. The infield is in. The pitch is a 2-5, so it's on Tellman's card. But it's a 13, and that's a single to left. Martin comes through. McClure scores. White will score. 2-base advance on singles on the pitcher card. And Aikens goes to third. It's a 2-run single. Now, I don't subtract inherited runners scoring. Maybe I should, but I don't. So it's just a 1 point reduction for Tellman. First and third infield stays in, and here's Wathan. The Royals lead now 8-5. That is a 7, so that's on Tellman's card. It's a 75. Maybe we can get out of this. 23 on an RN, which is what Wathan is. 23 on an RN is a G4. There are runners at first and third with the infield in. So that out is going to be made at first, 4-3, with the runner at first advancing to second. Would have been a double play ball if I had been playing back, but you can't know that. So Aikens holds. Martin goes to second. There's 2 outs now, and it's Willie Wilson. 8-5 Royals. Tellman's delivery to Wilson. Wilson is a 6, so that's in Tellman's range. A 73 is in his out range, and Tellman is going to get out of it. 32 with an SN, so that's an LN with the switch hitter. And he hits it on the ground to Gantner. Gantner's up with it and throws to Cooper, and that will retire the Royals. So it could have been worse, but the 2 might put the game away for Kansas City. 8-5 after 7 for the Royals. Gura is done. I'll tell you about his numbers, but Don Hood is on to pitch the 8th for the Royals. He's going to face Ogilvy, Money, and Moore. Larry Gura went 7 innings. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4 men. Kind of high for him. Struck out 1. He allowed 5 runs. They're all earned. And 1 home run. He's in line for the win. Dan Quisenberry is starting to throw in the Royals bullpen. He was their closer, of course. But Hood is there to get us to the 9th. Ogilvy 1 for 3. The pitch from Don Hood is the 6 we ignore. There's nobody on base. The 8, 2 through 9. So it's on Hood's card. We have a 12. And Benji takes him to left field for a base hit. We might see Quisenberry sooner than we think. Now it's Money. The pitch from Hood to Money is on Hood's card. A 4-4. Yeah, 4 would be in the range. A 53 is in Hood's out range. Money hits an 84. He's an RN. The 84 on the RN is a fly ball to right. Under this one is Jerry Martin. And holding it first is Ben Ogilvy. There's 1 gone in the 8th. Now it's Charlie Moore. Moore is 1 for 4. The pitch, 1 for 3, sorry. That's a 6. We have a base runner. And the 7 is a CD rating. CD chart. Moore is an RN. We look at the 26. And we look at Frank White to see if he has a clutch defense rating. I don't know if he does. So let's take a look and see. He does. He is a 2 for second base. So we're going to re-roll and look at our clutch defense chart. He is an infielder, of course. His clutch defense is right there. We have a 21. It's a line out to White. The lead runner is doubled off base for a double play. It's a line out into a 4-3 rally-killing, soul-crushing double play that ends the Brewers' 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. With your score, Kansas City 8, Milwaukee 5. And I'm bringing Tellman back out, but I've got Easterly ready. Yeah. And it'll be UL Washington, George Brett, and Amos Otis 2, 3, 4 in the Royals' 8th inning. 8-5 Kansas City. The pitch is triples. All right, now that gets us to a different chart. That is a Z chart result when we get triples, when I see it. Now we get a random number, and I rolled a 12 for a random number. A 12, the pitcher displeased with the umpire and just got launched for arguing. Oh, I don't know. No, we're not doing that. All right, so we're re-rolling. I've got enough problems without worrying about ejections. 2 through 8. That's on Tellman's card. At 26, hey, struck him out. All right, we got one down in the 8th. Brett, 2 for 4. That is an error check. The 1 is the error check number. The 5 is on Tellman's card, and the 51 is in the outrange, a 61. So we're going to do an error check for an LP result on a 61. That's a ground ball to Yount. So Robin's going to make the play, maybe. Robin Yount's error number is a 3. And so we're going to re-roll our random number. 11 to 21 is our error range for Robin Yount. And he boots it. All right. Now, what type is it? Well, we look at the error type chart. We have an infielder is Yount. 36 is error type 1. Error type 1, all runners advance 1 base, batter safe at first. If 2 outs, okay, extra runners can advance extra bases if there's base runners, but there aren't. So it's simply an E6 that puts Brett on at first base. These were not George Brett's salad days for stealing bases, so it's going to be Otis facing Tellman. The pitch here is a 5 on Tellman's card, 66 in his outrange, a 57 for an RN. Is a line out to Yount at short. He's going to catch this one, and there's 2 outs. Now it's McClure. McClure, 1 for 3. The pitch to him is on Tellman's card, a 5. A 28 is a strike 3 swinging, and that retires the side for the Royals in the 8th. We're going to the 9th. With your score, Kansas City. With your score, Kansas City 8, Milwaukee 5. So we have a save situation, so I'm bringing in Quisenberry to pitch the 9th. And it's Gantner, Molitor, and Yount in the Brewer 9th, 9-1-2. Brewers need 3 to keep it going, 4 to take the lead. Quisenberry is a range of 2 through 9. The pitch is a 3-12, so that's going to be on Gantner's card. A 33 is hit to right center and deep. It's going to split Martin and Otis. Gantner's got a leadoff double. All right, so Molitor's up now. The delivery from Quisenberry is a 6-8. So that will be a CD chart play check. The 34, we have an RN. A 34 puts it on Brett for clutch defense. Let's see if George Brett has clutch defense. He does not, so we're going to re-roll. Molitor, the pitch to Molitor is a 1-8, so that is in Quisenberry's range. We're going to do an error check. It's an 84, so that's an out range. 85 for an RN is a fly out to right. So we got to check Jerry Martin's RN number, or error number, sorry. His error number is a 5. So let's see with our random number how we do here. We got a 5. It's 11 to 27, and he botches it, but he holds on. And there's 1 out. Gantner's not going anywhere. Down 3 runs at second base. Now it's Yount. Robbins 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Quisenberry's delivery to him is going to be on Quisenberry's card, but it's going to be off his glove and rolled toward Washington. That will mean everybody's safe. The tying run is coming to the plate in Cecil Cooper. Cooper goes deep. We got an 8-8 game. Cooper's 3 for 4. The pitch from Quiz is going to be on Quisenberry's card. We got an 88, but we got a lefty-righty matchup. A lefty-righty matchup. Left-handed, right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, and that is an 88, and that is a base hit. That will score Gantner. Yount stops at second. 8-6 Royals. Quisenberry's running out of numbers here. He's only got 1 more left. So I guess I got to start a closer going or another reliever going in the bullpen. And it's going to be Mike Armstrong hurriedly throwing in case Quisenberry spits the bit. In the Brewer bullpen, Pete Ladd is starting to throw because we may have a bottom of the 9th. Yount at second, Cooper at first, 1 man out. Pitch to Simmons is a 5-9. That's on Quisenberry's card. It's a 25, and that's a base hit to right. Scoring is Yount. It's 8-7. Cooper goes to third, and there's still only 1 out. Royals defense is going to move in for the play at the plate, and Gorman Thomas is up. That, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's going to knock Quisenberry out of this game. So Armstrong comes on to try and finish what Quisenberry can't. Brewers have a great chance here to win this or to take the lead, at least tie it. There's 1 out, first and third. Royals infield is in. Gorman's up. Simmons is the go-ahead run, so we're going to run for him at first base with Marshall Edwards. And worry about the catching position if we get to the bottom of the 9th. So Simmons runs for, Edwards runs for Simmons. He is an A base runner. Thomas at the plate. Royals infield is in. Armstrong is a 2-7. The pitch is a 5. That's a 7. So that's going to be on Armstrong's card. The 85 is in the out range. So we're going to re-roll with the infield in and runners at first and third. That's a 34. We got an RP at the plate. A 34 for the RP is a grounder to third. Now first and third with the infield in. Brett will make the play to Aikens, and Edwards moves to second. 8-7 game. Tying and go-ahead runs on second and third, and it's Ben Ogilvy at the plate. Now, they could walk Ogilvy and go after Money. Ogilvy's 2 for 4. Money's 0 for 4. Ogilvy's a left-handed batter. Money's a right-handed batter. On the bench for the Brewers, Roy Howell is a left-handed batter, and that's it. So I could go to Howell, but they're going to go after Ogilvy. I don't know if they would do this or not. Yeah, I think so. Armstrong to Ogilvy. This is going to be on Armstrong's card. It's a 53. The Royals are going to win the game. 57 with an LP. is a ground ball to Washington at short. He's up with it and throws to Aikens, and the Royals win the ball game 8-7. A 2-run ninth. The Brewers don't quite pull it off. All right, so I'll give you your totals. For the victorious Kansas City Royals, 8 runs, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hits. And they committed no errors. The Brewers, 7 runs, 11 hits. And they committed 1 error. Winning pitcher is Larry Gura, believe it or not. Brewers never did take the lead. Losing pitcher Bob McClure, he is 0-1. The save goes to Armstrong. Hope this was helpful. You'll be seeing more Statis Pro on my channel. Thanks for being with me. Have a great day. So long, everybody.